Photography and filmmaking can be so fun and rewarding, but like any other creative endeavor, it can also be challenging and at times stressful. One simple tip I was given helped me get through a plateau and unlock the creative freedom for endless possibilities. It's such a simple element of composition that many people, myself included, overlook when starting out. Now, I want to preface this with saying that I don't think my photography is anything amazing or that I'm some sort of prolific artist. I still have so much to learn, and I am always continuing to learn. And realistically, that's one of the most exciting things about any kind of creative endeavors, that you are always a student. You can always be improving yourself. You can always be improving your art. And really, that's part of what brings so much excitement into this. Just to get that out of the way. So the one tip that I credit for opening up my mind and really helping take my photography and my filmmaking to the next level is angles. Now I know that sounds dumb. It sounds too simple, and it is. But let me explain. When I was first starting out with photography, and I'm gonna focus on portraiture here because that's what I do most of, I was kind of just shooting everybody in the same usual way. And while I was using all kinds of different light and different subject matter and different subjects and different locations, everything was kind of all starting to blend together and feel the same. Eventually I hit a wall where I kind of felt like I wasn't growing. Everything was different, but it was still on the same level, if that makes sense. So back in 2016, I still remember really distinctly my friend, who's an amazing body paint artist, and I did this photo shoot together with the model, and I posted those photos to Instagram, and I was really stoked on them. And then this photographer, who is one of my inspirations at the time, he had somehow seen this post, and he responded to it in a DM, and he said, "This is so cool, but if you had just changed up your angles, these could have been amazing." So he showed me different portraits that he had taken, and none of them were just a straight on angle. They were all from below, from above, looking through something. And it really clicked in my head when he told me, these are all still portraits. They're just interesting ones. They're just framed in a way that makes you want to keep looking at them. And the next time I went out and I shot, I focused on this, and it was like an entirely different ballgame. So much of what makes a visually captivating image lies in the composition. Examining a subject from different perspectives than the human eye would normally view that subject from is key. It's part of what makes the image so intriguing. Utilizing objects in the foreground to give the image depth and dimension, framing the subject or focal point in a way that draws attention to it, getting below your subject to make them feel more influential, or framing them from a higher angle to make them appear more vulnerable. All of these are ways you can drastically change the feeling of an image just by adjusting the angle of the camera. And there really is no right or wrong way to use these angles. Sure, there are rules for photography like leading lines or rule of thirds, but these are more so just guidelines for what the human eye typically finds visually appealing. Ultimately, the best image you can create or the best photograph you can capture is what you personally find visually appealing. That's part of what's so fun about all of this. If you want to overexpose or underexpose a shot, if you want the focus to be off, if you want to frame the subject from some bizarre angle that makes no logical sense, you can, and it's totally fine. Regardless what other people think of your art, if you like it and you're happy with what you created, it's correct. Take a quick look at these shots. The subject's position remains the same, but see how the angles affect the feeling the image conveys. We can shoot from below to express importance or power, from above to convey vulnerability. We can use something in the foreground to add depth to the image. In my opinion, while you're out shooting, playing with the angles is just as fun as using different kinds of light or what kind of cool set you're shooting with. There's seriously no limit to the different images that you can create from one set just by moving the camera around. So next time you're out shooting, think to yourself, where can I put the camera that the human eye would never normally view the subject from? There's seriously no limit to how creative you can get just by varying the angles. Anyways, I'm gonna go outside and go for a walk because we've got a beautiful overcast day going, and I hope that all of you are gonna do something enjoyable after this video too. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I'm gonna be back every Monday with more videos. And that's the end of this one. Hard cut.